Alright, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today, man, we're going to be talking about Google search, the power of AI, and how these two things colliding in the modern world might be leading to a much worse internet search experience than any of us have ever been used to, and how it might actually be harming the internet in general. So, over the last few weeks, I've made a couple videos talking about AI, the, ramifications that it could have for different spots on the internet, particularly on Twitter. I've been talking about how a lot of the accounts now are just like basically bots that are trying to sell products and services, usually OnlyFans, unfortunately, and how basically this is just leading to content on that platform becoming complete garbage. I mean, people are just spamming whatever they can to rake in as much impression ad revenue as they can, and it's just ruining that site in general. But unfortunately, like I said in that video, that is an issue that is going to expand to the rest of the internet. I mean, we already see how AI, even though it can be used for a lot of good, it can also be used for a lot of bad. And in this instance, the bad in all of this is the fact that people running websites, companies, whatever, right, they're starting to use generative AI a lot more. And it's leading to a point where when you combine all of this like generative AI garbage that's getting written by computers, you combine it with the high optimization targets that a lot of these people running websites like this have, to the point where they'll spam the SEO and spam affiliate links and whatnot. It's overall just going to end up leading to a worse online experience for us all. And it's going to also at the same time potentially ruin Google searching, you know, which has been, I would say, a pretty fundamental part of the internet, right? So obviously, if you've been online for a while now, right, I've been using the internet for over 20 years at this point in my life, you'll know that especially in recent years, things like Google search, you know, it's gotten a lot more competitive, right? There's plenty of other things you can use to search. I mean, you can even use something like ChatGPT to ask questions that you would have asked Google 5 years ago, right? But I mean, over the time that we've had the internet, things like Google search, that's been the way you've gotten around online. You know, you have a question you need answered, you use Google search. You need to go to a website you like and you don't have the URL memorized, you look it up through Google search, right? This directory of all these websites and links and everything that we have gotten used to has become the backbone and the foundation of the internet. But unfortunately, a recent study by some German researchers last month has concluded that there is a massive problem with Google search and other search engines starting now, where there's basically this highly optimized affiliate content, which we'll get into that, and there's an increasing amount of generative AI. And when you combine these things, it's basically destroying search results. So no, it's not just you. Search engine results really are getting worse as the internet's flooded with low-effort garbage from SEO farms and affiliate link sites, a group of German researchers concluded. The Boffins made their determination after spending a year reviewing results from 7,392 product review queries on Google, Bing, and DuckDuckGo, which they said is the first systematic review into the question of worsening search engine result quality. After poring over countless links for the past year, the team has concluded everyone complaining about Google's declining quality seems to be correct, and things are probably only going to get worse with the advent of generative AI, just like we predicted. See the above linked study for the full details, including comparisons between Bing, DuckDuckGo, and Google. Quote, "We can conclude that higher ranked pages are on average more optimized, more monetized with affiliate marketing, and they show signs of lower text quality," the researchers wrote. They also found that while a small portion of product reviews use affiliate marketing, the majority of search engine results do use the tactic, which is only adding to the problem of glum search engine results page quality, or SERP quality. Quote, "All search engines have significant problems with highly optimized affiliate content. We further observe an inverse relationship between affiliate marketing use and content complexity," the quartet of academics from Leipzig and Bauhaus universities and the Center of Scalable Data, Analytics, and Artificial Intelligence concluded. In other words, the more loaded with affiliate links and search engine optimization strategies a page is, the worse it gets. Those pages are everywhere, and so results are generally getting worse. So these researchers, they go through thousands of different results across, well, these 3 different search engines, and they basically just take a look at what they can see. And the evidence is showing that we're not wrong. You know, when the people like me who've been kind of concerned about how AI and about how this will basically interact with the internet as we know it, right? These problems are legitimate. I mean, Google search is something that, like I said, over the last 25 years or so, it has grown to become pretty much the most trusted way of researching something as like an average person. You know, if you're the average guy and, you know, you need to find something out, the first thing you typically do is you go search it on Google. Google. Now, of course, the problem is, 15, 20 years ago, if you searched up something like, how do I clean my stove off properly? My stovetop off properly. What product do I use to clean my stove or whatever? You would have found a whole shit ton of results of people, ranking different products or whatever. And not to pretend like affiliate marketing and stuff didn't exist back then, but it was a lot more obvious. And even, when they were, like I said, it was clear, you could tell, you could read the page and you could see it. But now, things are becoming more complex. There's AI writing this shit. People are finding out the best strategies to like push their websites in the Google algorithm. They're spamming and abusing search engine optimization to basically index their results in better places on Google, even if it doesn't necessarily reflect in the quality of the article or the content. And so, back in the day when you would have looked up, hey, how do I clean my stovetop? You might have gotten a bunch of accurate results that actually helped you out or whatever. But over time, it's gotten to the point where, AI has come along. People are starting to use, even if they're not using affiliate links, they're using the techniques to basically affiliate marketing in order to help push themselves further up the search results. And then now for double trouble on top of it, at this point in time, not only can they basically game the algorithm by doing this, but they can now use generative AI to just write the content on the page, which we all know that has its shortcomings, and that leads to a lot of inaccuracies and bad quality and whatnot, right? And then, they spam it in the search engine by getting this SEO and everything up and just fucking spamming it with affiliate marketing strats. And it's going to get to a point where in the next several years, you're going to see increasingly when you search things on Google, it's not going to pull up as many relevant results as it used to. Now there's a lot higher of a risk going forward for when you search things on Google, basically the results to be shitty and for it to be, things that don't actually help, or an AI generated article that's been spammed to the top of the links through SEO improvements and whatnot, right? Now you might be sitting here thinking, oh, but Optimus, what's really the problem? Because generative AI, yeah, it can do bad, but it can also do good. What if people use generative AI to make good content and good articles and good quality stuff, and then use the SEO tactics to get to the top and they counteract or whatever, the bad actors and the bad AI? Well, yeah, that's wishful thinking, but that's just truthfully not how that works. At a certain point, if like you're one of these people, let's say you're running 100 different websites, right? And you got AI writing the fucking articles for your websites. You got a bunch of people on your team that know how to game SEO. They know how to really improve that shit. They know how to use these affiliate marketing practices and whatnot to basically, get themselves up in the search results. There is really no financial incentive between, doing good and bad for them to do good with it, right? There is no financial incentive, just like with misinformation and stuff. Like there's no reason for people to make up fake good news, right? There's no you don't see that. You don't ever see fake news where it's like, breaking news, Joe Biden announces every person in America will get $1 million stipend a month, right? That never happens because why? People aren't going to click on it. People aren't going to share that. People aren't going to fucking use that to farm money, basically. And that's the sad reality. And it's, I think, the same exact thing here, right? You're not going to have people using these kinds of strategies and tactics to make good quality web pages and articles and links and whatnot for you to be clicking online. They're going to be using it in the laziest, most bare bones way that just only seeks to grab your attention. That's all this shit is designed to do. In simply put, I guess, ways, Google search is becoming less and less about you finding relevant and helpful results, and it's becoming more and more about whichever person and their computer can game the algorithm the right way. Because really all Google search and all these indexes and whatnot really are is it's a big-ass power ranking of websites that come up on a search term based on a number of factors. That's all it really is, right? And obviously, as the several decades since search engines have come out has gone along, people have kind of discovered the things that really kind of make these algorithms go, right? Like, oh, if I, make my web page a lot more clean, it has a lot more, actually good written content, less typos and whatnot, people can actually click on it and get to what they want. That's a good thing. But now you can just make an AI be like, hey, let's write fucking 100 articles about insert googly searchable topic here, and let's spam this out as much as we can and just fucking improve the small little quirky details of whatever we can to try and get this boosted up in the algorithm. Now imagine that being done by, thousands of people all around the planet at any given time. And as we're seeing through studies like this, and if you really use the internet in general, these kinds of things are becoming problems all across the board. This study in general is really just about like Google and DuckDuckGo and whatever, right? But like I said, even over on Twitter, man, like if you go and you try to interact with anything on that website, you will have AI generated content by bots. I mean, you click on a viral tweet, all the comments are going to be is OnlyFans bots spamming. It's going to be people using AI to run accounts, which will basically take like a chat GPT and it'll just generate some shit to put in a comment for you too. And that's now basically what websites are doing, okay? If you're a Twitter user that understands that, you can clearly and easily understand this. Like imagine the day that on YouTube, right, you go to search up like a fucking YouTuber you likes videos, and then instead of getting those results that you want, you instead get a bunch of unrelated random AI generated content that has nothing to do with what you searched. That is going to become a lot more of a legitimate possibility in the coming years, unless we as a society decide to step in and do something. But the problem is now, really, the genie's out of the bottle, and what do you do exactly, right? Like, how do you stop this? How do you make it to where AI-generated results don't constantly pop up at the top, or they're more fact and quality checked and whatnot, right? How do you do that? Especially on a mass scale like Google or Bing or DuckDuckGo or whatever, right? These are websites that are indexing God knows how many pages, right? Like just basically to our brains an infinite amount of content. There is, I think, really no legit way to adequately stop people from doing these things. I mean, we obviously need search engine optimization, these SEO tools and whatnot. They are very fundamental tools of internet, right? You need that. And even affiliate content, things like that. Like, yeah, it's being abused now with like generative AI content and everything to, you know, get up the search results, but we obviously have had affiliate content for a long time. It has been necessary for a lot of people. It helps sell products that people need and want and whatever. It's really like these things that are getting abused, they have really good legit uses, but when somebody realizes, hey, if I fucking manipulate all these different elements correctly, I can make a bunch of money or get a bunch of views on my page or whatever, they're going to take that opportunity. And as a result, we all as internet users and people who just want to fucking Google things or whatever, right? We are the ones who suffer. And so if this is already happening on Google search, it's already happening on Bing, it's already happening on DuckDuckGo, it's only a matter of time, like I said in my Twitter video, before this problem spreads elsewhere and it starts happening across the board. So what do we do? What do you do? You know, I don't really know. I have no fucking idea. It is a scary concept though, that like in 5 years from now, there is a legitimate possibility that you will not be able to confidently Google search things without finding AI generated content that is not helpful, it's not purposeful, and the only sole reason it exists is for you to mistakenly click on it and generate revenue, right? It's a pretty fucked up and weird thought, man, because I mean, like I said, my whole life pretty much, right? We've used Google and different things like that to travel the internet and do what we need to do, but it's getting to a point where like people are obviously seeing the issue. They're seeing this already unfold in real time. So how does Google respond? I don't know, and I'm sure they probably don't really know right this second either, because they already at first were trying to make it where they were gonna fucking prevent AI from taking over the search results and stuff, but it's already been failing. So what do they do now? I have no idea, but it's a really scary thought, man. So anyway, with that being said, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're brand new around here on the channel, follow me over on Twitter and Twitch at @SubToOptimus. Make sure to check out Optimus down below. Thank you to my Watch Optimus subscribers. Your support helps the channel tremendously. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus. Well, talking about the, I would say, the collapse, possibly, of things like Google search, and signing out. And that's a wrap on this video, but a big shout out to my Optimus Nation supporters. You guys are the real MVPs here. Your support with just $10 a month unlocks a treasure trove of exclusive videos, constantly updated, archived live stream VODs, and early access to all new uploads. Thanks for watching, and see you soon.